It's just gotta work through it.
Stay connected.
For someone who sucks at golf.
Oh, it's all in the hips, baby.
Paige Spiranac's journey is unlike anything golf has seen. She never played full-time on the LPGA Tour, yet somehow became one of the most famous figures in the game. Her life has swung between hope and heartbreak, childhood struggles, intense pressure to succeed, online attacks, and sudden fame that changed everything. Through it all, she refused to quit. Today, millions follow her, even as critics still question her place in the sport. But behind the attention is a story most people never heard. So what truly happened to Paige Spiranac? And how did her toughest moments create a powerful new path? Born in Wheat Ridge, Colorado in 1993, Paige Renee Spiranac seemed destined for athletic greatness. Her father, Dan, had played football for the Pittsburgh Panthers, and her mother, Annette, was a professional ballerina. Paige inherited both athleticism and grace. She initially followed in her mother's footsteps, diving headfirst into competitive gymnastics. Paige wasn't just talented, she was exceptional. She dominated in high jump gymnastics and track and field, but a rare disease that caused her hair to fall out shattered her confidence. Bullied and called names, Paige began to question her self-worth in a sport where appearance was brutally judged. Yet she pushed on until tragedy struck. While performing a routine, Paige landed awkwardly and broke her kneecap. Doctors called it a 1 in a million injury. Undeterred, she returned to training, only to suffer the same injury again. Her Olympic dreams were gone. After watching his daughter lose her passion, Paige's father suggested golf. At 12 years old, considered late in today's junior golf world, Paige picked up a club for the first time. The course became her escape. Unlike the judgmental world of gymnastics, golf offered solitude. Just her, the ball, and the quiet. She practiced daily, driven by a familiar fire. Despite her late start, Paige rapidly climbed the junior ranks, eventually breaking into the top 20 world junior players. Colleges took notice. She accepted a scholarship from the University of Arizona. But something felt off. Her best round that year was a 73, solid but far from her best. Paige transferred to San Diego State, where she felt more at home. Her confidence returned, and her performance reflected it. In her senior year, she helped the Aztecs win their first Mountain West Conference title. Paige was back, grounded, focused, and in control. But it wasn't just the game that gave her confidence. She built lasting friendships, became a mentor to younger players, and began understanding her value beyond scores and trophies. This was a new version of Paige, one who was learning to embrace her story, not just escape it. Off the course, Paige began dabbling in public speaking. Local sports clubs and schools would invite her to share her story. She spoke about resilience, self-doubt, and recovery. She found joy in inspiring others, especially young girls who had also struggled with identity or bullying. It was the early flicker of what would later become her calling. In July 2015, Paige won the Colorado Women's Golf Association Match Play Championship at Raccoon Creek. But it wasn't the win that changed her life, it was the coverage. A viral article from a college fraternity site featuring Paige's photos catapulted her to online fame. Overnight, her Instagram ballooned from 500 to 100,000 followers. She became a sensation not just for her golf, but for her appearance, something that would become both a gift and a curse. As the media frenzy intensified, Paige started dating Steven Tinoco, a minor league baseball player. Her golf game surged. She joined the Cactus Tour and, in just her third event, defeated world amateur number 1. Won Hannah Rose Sullivan at Scottsdale's Orange Tree Country Club. She was winning, and she was being noticed. But the harsh reality of women's golf hit fast. Despite multiple top finishes, Paige earned just over $8,000 in her first season. Meanwhile, her social media clout brought her invites to events she hadn't qualified for. And for many traditionalists, that didn't sit well. Later in 2015, Paige made her European Tour debut at the Omega Dubai Ladies Masters. Her game wasn't sharp, but her engagement to Tinoco made headlines. Despite struggling on the course, Paige smiled through it until things took a darker turn. In 2016, she entered LPGA Q school, but failed to earn her tour card. The criticism came swiftly. On social media, fans and trolls alike dissected her scores, her outfits, and her life choices. Back in Dubai that winter, Paige missed the cut badly. At a press conference afterward, she broke down, confessing she had been enduring relentless cyberbullying and even death threats. People weren't just attacking her game. They were attacking her as a woman. Her wardrobe was policed, her upbringing was criticized, and her mental health collapsed under the pressure. Paige quietly retired from professional golf in December 2016. The game she loved had become a battlefield. After stepping away from competition, Paige vanished for a while. She needed space to process, to heal, and to figure out what was next. That answer came when CyberSmile, a nonprofit anti-bullying organization, reached out. They asked her to be an ambassador. It was the first time Paige realized her story could help others. The same social media that nearly destroyed her could now be used as a weapon for good. Sponsorships followed, deals with PXG, watch companies, and golf app 18 Birdies. Brands saw value in her voice, not just her looks. But the industry still pushed back. In 2017, the LPGA implemented a stricter dress code. Paige fired back with a viral op-ed. "The progression of women's golf is plunging further than our necklines." Her words struck a chord and sparked a movement. Paige had found her fight. She also began doing speaking engagements and appearances at schools, golf academies, and wellness retreats, sharing her journey not just as a cautionary tale, but as a blueprint for resilience. Her transparency became her superpower. Behind the scenes, Paige was also training in broadcasting and media. She took courses in communication and learned how to produce and edit digital content. She wanted full creative control over her brand, and she got it. 2018 was another turning point. Paige and Steven Tinoco split. Around the same time, she graced the pages of Sports Illustrated's swimsuit edition. The girl who once cried in a Dubai press room now stood as a confident, empowered woman. Critics accused her of exploiting sex appeal. Her reply, "I finally took back what is mine. I took back my body, I took back my sexuality, and you guys want to see sexy? I'm going to do sexy, and I'm going to do it my way." With support from fellow players like Michelle Wie and Natalie Gulbis, Paige leaned into her brand. She created content, gave interviews, and began filling the space that traditional golf media had ignored. For the first time, a female golf influencer wasn't apologizing for her femininity. She was monetizing it on her terms. By 2021, Paige had become more than a media personality. She was an entrepreneur. She became a shareholder in global sportsbook PointsBet and started appearing as an on-air host. Her business portfolio expanded to include exclusive content platforms, brand ambassadorships, and personal merch. Her numbers spoke volumes. From earning $8,000 in an entire season, Paige now reportedly makes between $8,477 and $12,716 every Instagram post on average. Her estimated net worth climbed to $3 million and rising. In 2022, Maxim named her the sexiest woman alive, and her follower count on social platforms eclipsed that of Tiger Woods. She may not have won on the LPGA Tour, but in the influencer era of sports, Paige is a champion. In addition to her social content, Paige began hosting a podcast where she discusses everything from mental health to golf tips and pop culture, adding depth and relatability to her brand. She diversified her audience, reaching people who weren't even golf fans but admired her candidness. She also launched instructional videos tailored specifically for women new to the game, helping them feel welcomed in a male-dominated space. The move earned her praise from inclusivity advocates and boosted her standing in the golf community. Paige Spiranac's journey is far from over. She's a lightning rod for debate. Some say she's saving golf by making it accessible. Others claim she's distracting from the sport's traditions, but few can deny her impact. She has changed the way we look at female athletes, branding, and what it means to win in the digital age. More importantly, she has given voice to issues like bullying, depression, and gender bias. Her past may be marked by pain, but her future is built on purpose. Whether you see her as a provocateur or a pioneer, one thing is certain. Paige Spiranac is no longer just a golfer. She's a movement. If this story made you see Paige in a different light, consider subscribing, because behind every headline, there's a human, and behind every viral swing, there's a story worth telling.